Hey y'all, this is Audra Hicks, your Tennessee Realtor. Today I wanted to go over the signs that you might be ready to buy. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. So there are signs that you are ready to buy, but you just may not know it. Some of my first time home buyers think that they're not ready, but they really want to buy a home. And after we have a good buyer's consultation and go over everything, then they feel at ease and they figure out that they might be ready now versus later. Some we find out that they are not ready now, especially if we're getting with our lender like we need to do before we ever go shopping to see if you are pre-approved for a loan. Um, but they'll give us a good idea of when you will be ready. So then we'll put you on that timeline and get you where you need to be at that point. But with the rising rent that we have had over the past few years all around the country, it's better to buy your own home, build your own equity versus paying someone else's off. But here's the thing. If you have a stable job history and you have been on your job for 2 years or more, or maybe not that job and you've had a few, for whatever reason, but you've had a job history for at least 2 years or more, working for somebody, if you have actually been self-employed, you need to have been self-employed for 2 years to have two tax returns and all of that, usually, to get your financing there. So that's usually things that lenders look for and need to know up front, especially when you're going in and doing the application. It's going to ask you about your work history, your financial readiness, and all of that. And it's going to pull your credit. So if you know that your credit is good, usually you know if your credit's good or bad. There are some that really think they have good credit and it really is not. And they didn't realize that something's on their credit that maybe shouldn't have been there to begin with. So we find all that out in the process and see where you stand. But if you know that you have great credit, you've paid all your things on time, and you keep up with your credit, um, things like that, you kind of know when you are ready to buy a home, whether it's now or a year from now or whatever. Some people are ready, they just don't know if they're ready or not. So I wanted to try to go over some signs that will kind of give you an idea that you may be ready. So you need to seek your consultation with your real estate agent and figure that part out. But if you know you have excellent credit, that's one thing that the mortgage lenders are going to look for, is pull that credit, see where you're at, and usually the better the credit, the better mortgage terms you get. So also they're going to look at your debt to income ratio. So if you know that you don't have a lot of debt, then they're going to look at that debt to income ratio. For whichever loan that you get will have different DTIs that you can be at. So if you're good at budgeting, you've already financially, you set aside money. You're going to need your upfront money for, your home inspections, your termite inspection, if that's the kind of loan you're getting, and for any kind of appraisal or your earnest money up front, things like that, you'll need some money up front already. But if you have money set aside in a savings account that will cover a 3.5% down on whatever it is that you've been pre-approved for, 5% to 20% down for your conventional loans, then that may be a sign already that you are ready. You've already prepared yourself for your down payment, and you have your closing costs maybe put in there. Years ago, this young couple, they sat down to dinner with us one night, and I didn't know that they were ready at that point to buy, but he said he would love to buy, but he didn't know if he was ready. He didn't know if he had enough money to do it. And when we asked, so what do you think that why do you think that you're not ready, or you don't have enough money? So when he said how much money he had in the bank, it was like I was floored. So for a 20 something year old that to have that and to be financially stable and have prepared himself for bad times and stuff, we thought that was pretty cool to see the 20-year-olds doing that. And after talking to him further, we knew that it was, now or never. As long as he was ready, he was ready. He had the money. He had enough money for his down payment, his closing cost, or whatever. I think I got him closing cost in theirs at that time. It was 4 or 5 years ago. Um, and enough money to carry them after and to do the things that they want to do to their home. But he's a hard worker. He's always done good at saving, and to this day, they're great at saving. So the one thing that I do is my clients, no matter if they're buyers or sellers, usually they become extended family of ours, and we stay in touch with them, and they refer me and come back to me, and so that is um, just heartwarming to me. So it makes my heart happy to know that they are extended family for life, and I'm their concierge for life. Usually, my clients will call or text me after the fact and ask me anything. So, and I mean anything. So, they know that they can reach out to me anytime they need to. So the signs that you're ready are you already have your down payment. You may have your closing cost, but in different markets, your realtor should be able to strategically write the offer, talk to the other agents, figure out what we can do to get, the seller what they want and the buyer needing closing costs. So, it depends on, the house, how much it is, what the expectations are, what the market is, and all of that. And good communication on the buyer's agent and selling agent or seller's agent, um, having good communication as well. But if you're already financially prepared for your down payment, your initial home expenses, things like that, you're probably more ready than you think you are. And also, if you uh, have your job history, you've got good credit, why not try to start now? Interest rates are on the downswing, thankfully. This year, they're thinking we're gonna go have quite a few more decreases in that, but it's whenever you're ready. Houses sell every day. There's closings that happen every single day. So people buy, and then they also know that if they go down and a good amount to refi makes sense to refi, then you refi your home. So buy now, go ahead and start building equity, and then refi whenever the interest rates are where you are comfortable in doing your refinance at that point. That's where you can get with your real estate agent to put you back with the lender or another lender or whatever you want to do. Usually you get with your real estate agent or your lender. Most of the time they'll ask me about everything, like I said, and be their concierge. So, um, you know, having your home ownership is a dream of so many people. And if we can make it happen, we will. And, you know, there are loans that you can do 0% down on. You've got USDA and your THDA down payment assistance type loans, and they sometimes help with closing cost as well. Or, like I said, the seller may be able to do that. In today's time, there's not a lot of people who have a ton of extra savings. We get that. There may not be, a lot left over at the end of the month. It depends on, what their budget is for food and housing and cars and everything. So, but there are many people that make really good money. It's just they're not able to put away a lot of savings. So they may not have up front all the savings they need for their down payment or their closing cost, but usually there is a loan out there for you to help you with your down payment assistance too, if you qualify for that type of loan. Once I meet my buyers for a buyer's consultation, go over all of that, I try to get them, if they don't already have a lender, with lenders and see who fits well with them. And sometimes they'll get all of the lenders to tell them, what they think, so they'll usually choose who they feel more comfortable with as well. But we want the lender that's going to work good with them, but also get them to the end and I get to give them their keys at the end as well. So we don't need a lender who's going to say, yeah, you got a green light to go shopping, and then give us a red light in the middle, because they haven't done their due diligence on the front end to figure that out. Now, there are things that happen during the process, and sometimes it's not even something a lender would even know about, but it comes up in the process. So we got to be able to work through things, and sometimes it's a crazy train to get there, but if we can at all possible get you there, then we get you there, So with your strong 2-year history, your savings, your excellent credit, and your low debt to income ratio, and the ability to afford 3.5 to 20% down, you're probably more poised to make your homeownership dreams a reality. Okay. So go find your realtor in your area, talk to them. If you already know those things that you've already done, and you know that you're ready, then by all means, go see if you can buy that house. So we want to make your dreams a reality as well. So if you're in Tennessee, reach out to me. You can comment below. And if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.